Hello, Aquarius. I'm Chloe Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 13th of September 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign for a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on this week, Aquarius, because you're more than just your sun sign, of course. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there as well. I also have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. I'd love to have more Aquarius energy in there, so come along to that sometime. Psychic Cafe. Let's get some cards out for you. Let's find out what's going on for our Aquarius buddies this week. What is going on? See, it feels to me like in the last couple of weeks, you guys are going through a transition or getting ready for a transition, big life transition, like a location change, or yeah, just into a new job, something like that. Significant is what I've been picking up on. Let me know in the comments what you've been going through, what you're going through right now. It's good to hear from you, and I get back to pretty much everyone at the moment. Well, what else can I say? Well, the cards aren't coming out for you. Why aren't the cards coming out for you, Aquarius? Why are your guides being silent? Got something now. Good. You've got immortality and the noble one. Always having to do the right thing. You're missing out. Why? You do the right thing and then you miss out because of it. Happens over and over again. Immortality. A cycle that won't die. You're doing the right thing, but you don't seem to get the rewards from it. How come? How come? Let's get into that, because the universe never goes wrong, you know. Maybe the thing that you think you're doing is the right thing isn't the right thing. In other words, sometimes, like if we're in codependency, we think we're doing the right thing. We think we're empathic. We think we're really helping other people, but then we're not. We're enabling them. It could be something like that. So you could be thinking that you're doing the right thing when it's not really the right thing. Let's see. Let's get some more cards out for you. It could be coming clear this week what it is that you're doing now. Because that kind of an energy of like, I'm always doing the right thing. How come I'm never getting the rewards from it? Well, there's something off there. There's something that you're not seeing, Aquarius. But let's see if we can get to the bottom of it in this reading to help you out there. Resilience. You are resilient now. You keep on doing it, don't you? So good on you. You're still following that path. The goldenness of this card is coming out, which suggests to me that you are going to receive. There's some tweaks to be made though. You know, don't be of that, well, I'll receive in the end and maybe in the afterlife kind of a belief. If you keep on doing the right thing. No, you can receive right now. There's a tweak that needs to be made, but do hang on in there. Have this resilience this week as well, when it seems like you might not be getting the rewards that you know that you deserve. So tell us about this tweak that needs to be made this week for Aquarius. Is it tweaking your beliefs or the way that you're approaching something here? Let's get you some help this week. Aquarius. Why are your cards so slow, Aquarius? Whenever this happens, you know, it's not just about the cards, these reading, it's about the behavior and the stuff that goes on along with the reading. So I don't just get messages through the cards, I get messages direct from the guides, get messages by what goes on in the external world around while I'm doing these readings, but also in the way that the cards come out. Like if they're falling all over the place, if they fall on the floor, or if they are slow coming out like this, there's always a reason behind it. It's part of the reading. So when cards come out slowly, there's a reluctance. There's a reluctance to give up that information. So there's something that you don't want to look at here, Aquarius. And you might want to stay in this energy. Your ego wants to stay in this energy, but I am doing the right thing. I should get the rewards back from it. So just be careful of that kind of the ego wanting to be right. I should be able to keep on doing what I'm doing and I should get the rewards from that, because that's not true. There's something that's painful to you really here for you to end with the Ten of Swords there. The Ace of Cups, so that you feel really good, about yourself. So this is telling me that you've got some kind of a belief that's keeping you in that pain cycle here, and it's keeping you from feeling really good about yourself, which in turn will attract the results that you want, those rewards that you want and that you know you deserve. So whatever you're believing that's making you feel bad, is a sign of what's off in your belief system. For example, enabling. If we're codependent and we're enabling other people, but we think we're doing the right thing, we don't feel good in that situation. It doesn't fill us up. We can tell ourselves, "Oh, well, I love giving and I love doing this for them, and I do it," but it's not real joy. It's not pure joy. It's not like the pure joy of receiving sometimes. So maybe you need to listen more closely to how you're actually feeling about a situation. Because what I've found with codependence, I used to have codependent traits. I still can get into that, but what I'm noticing it more, the more I don't do that anymore, the more I'm learning about it. So I don't do it anymore. When I notice people that do have the codependency traits, is that it's kind of draining to be around them, and they're often in this energy of not graciousness and not generosity. It's more resentment, and you feel it from them, and it's like, just stop, don't do that for me. I don't want you to do it for me. You're putting negative vibes on me. So, oh, look, the universe wants to give you the rewards of the work that you're putting in. So it does want to give you that. So what I was trying to say there is the Ace of Cups. You need to be honest with yourself. It's like when people say, "I love giving." No, I really do. What do you love doing, Aquarius? I know, I really love giving. I love giving. It really fills me up. Are you sure? Because I don't know, pouring out of a cup doesn't fill it up, it empties it. Are you sure you feel really good about that? Or are you trying to make the best of a bad deal, a bad hand that you've been dealt, convincing yourself that you love giving out your energy and not receiving it? It could be a situation like that where you're kind of fooling yourself, and you're not listening to your true emotions on it, because true emotions, it's not good. Your true emotions aren't good. Resentment isn't good. And so we try and push it down and go, no, I do love giving. I do. I love giving. Some of you are having a hard time in receiving here, aren't you? Because of this. The Fool, you want a new journey. And I do feel like you've got this new start coming up. You could change everything. This could be the inner start. Like I said, I was picking up in the last few weeks that you're heading into a complete life change, a new location, a new job, something significant here, maybe a new relationship with some of you. And you've got the chance to do it differently this time, to address what's going on behind it and to make those changes within yourself and your beliefs so that you're off this cycle, so that you don't recreate the same thing over again in this new location, job, relationship, so that you release yourself from that, and so you can really, really head into the new and have a new life chapter here. So it's kind of a profound week for you this week, with this respect of doing the inner work so that you are ready for a complete turnaround. Whenever I've moved house, I tend to, it's like that New Year resolution kind of an energy with me. I decide what changes I want, and then I just don't do them in the new house, because it's very easy. It's more easy, not very easy, but it's more easy when you have like a change of house to stop certain habits and start new habits. And you know because you're forming, when you've got change, you're forming new habits, and so it's like an opportunity in time where you can change everything. If you want, you can really switch it up. And that's what I'm feeling for you now, is this week is about you getting your head straight and your beliefs straight, and really listening to your feelings so that you can switch it all up. You can change a lot. So the Ten of Swords, and leave this pain behind you. Walk away from it. There you go. Leave it behind you. Don't keep on doing the same things in this change that you did, because you're just going to lead yourself into the same traps, and they're painful, and you know what that's like. And so definitely need to stop trying to convince yourself that you were doing the right thing and it's going to work this time. It's not. You're going to have a repeat if you carry on doing the same things. We've just got to stop. We've got to stop BSing ourselves in situations like that. And what I've found in myself is it's when I've believed spiritual texts and things like that that say, if I just keep on giving, if I just keep on giving, but it leads me into that enabling thing. It's not clean giving. Clean giving is very different. Clean giving, as in when you're self-loving and looking after yourself, making good decisions for yourself, and you know yourself, and then you give to someone because you've got plenty, because you are receiving them. That's totally different. Sure, when you get to that point, giving brings you plenty, but most people aren't at that point. Most people need help to get to that point. And so leaving behind these painful beliefs, it's going to be different for all of you, what those beliefs are, but it's coming up for you. It's like the universe is shining a spotlight on it this week, so to show you what it is that you personally doing this week. You might want to get a private reading about it as well. Watch till the end of the video. There'll be a link that pops up there toward the end. I'll put one up there, and on that very last screen there'll be a link around to book in for it. You can also get a $5 voucher as well to get discount off it too by signing up to my mailing list on my website. It's a change in perception is what it is. That's what I was getting strongly. It's a belief that you've got that's keeping you locked into a pattern that is dysfunctional or unhealthy, but you're sticking with it, God damn it. And because you truly believe it, or you believe that it should be right. It should be right. But it's not. It's not how the world works. So you need to let go of your perception of this thing that you think should work. I should get my just rewards by keeping on doing this. For some of you, it's around codependency, because I keep on hearing that. Ace of Cups. So you need to get yourself to this point of feeling really good rather than the resentment or the constantly overgiving or the that endless loop. But I do this and I do the right thing. I do the right thing. It's the martyrdom. That's what it is. There's a martyrdom energy behind this. And that's not good. Ace of Cups. Tell us why this Ace of Cups is here. Because this is the feeling amazing and feeling incredible. And we feel incredible when we're loved properly. Firstly by ourselves. But I tell you what, when we open up to other people and let the community and a lover give to us properly and love us properly, that feels incredible. Abundance feels incredible when we're receiving that too. It's like receiving a standing ovation from you for your work. It feels so much better than just giving your work out and no one appreciating it. We've got to stop fooling ourselves. Aquarius, you've got to stop fooling yourself that you're feeling really great when you're not. Or maybe you haven't felt really great in life yet. You haven't had that feeling yet, so you've got no point of reference. And so maybe you feel better now than you've ever felt before, but it's nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet, Aquarius. You got this Three of Voices, the heartbreak card behind that too. So you're not feeling that full heart, full receiving. Yeah, I've picked that up, that you haven't received properly yet. And that's such a shame. But you need to change your mind about that martyrdom thing. What's behind this then? This Ace of Cups and the Three of Voices, the heartbreak, duality, flip-flopping from one to the other. So, which is the roller coaster of life, right? This duality. So we go from one extreme to another. This can be money comes in and then we go flat broke again. We spend it all, and the money comes in, and this is our emotions, the roller coaster, as all of that happens. Or it can be this, feeling really great about something because something manifests and then something doesn't manifest. And so our emotions are taken down and then something manifests and we feel really good. So just constantly being bashed around by the universe, responding to what other people are doing or what's manifesting and what's not manifesting, instead of keeping an even keel. I've had this business for 20 years and I used to be on this. Well, I've always lived in holiday places because I like nice things and nice places. But in holiday places, the economy will be up and down like that based on school holidays and stuff like that. Of course, none of that's happening anymore. The economy is like, but I had my business I used to have a shop doing readings and massage and neurotherapy and what else? Energy healing. Had a shop doing that, reliant on the customers of that town, right? And so the economy of that town was up and down, depending on the seasons of the tourism. And I found myself on this roller coaster. So when it was really good, it was really good, and I'm like, yay! I'm the victor now. It's going to stay good forever, and I'd spend my money, and then would be the usual crash, and I'd be like, oh no, it's all going wrong. I thought I'd figured this out, and I was on the abundance track now. And then up and down and up and down, because I was believing the spiritual tests about abundance, but instead of believing reality of what's around me, that the economy in places like that is like that. And it came a point Well, I shifted my business online so that it was more steady. I realized that I got it in the end. It's like, okay, so I need to find myself a more stable customer base. What's more stable than like being open to the whole world? Nothing. So I did that, but I still had this roller coaster. So if, I had a good week, I'd be feeling really high, going, yes, I've done it now. Now it's just going to be going up, 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 up. But it doesn't. It has a downturn, and then I'd be like, oh God, no, what am I doing wrong? Doing more of the vision boarding kind of thing and all of that. And I had a partner who was a businessman at the time, and he said, what are you doing to yourself? It's like, business is always going to be up and down like that, but you are just like taking it personally and emotionally all the time. You're just on this roller coaster. Stop it. It's like it was really successful, and he said, business is always like that. It's going to go up and down. It's got nothing to do with you. It's always going to be like that. So stop beating yourself up or elating yourself. Stop both ways. Just know that it is what it is, and it's going to do that. And you write it out. Once you settle yourself down emotionally like that, then you can make good decisions the whole time instead of like being, oh no, I need to do more law of attraction stuff. And it's just a waste of time, such a waste of time. That's what I'm getting from this, the Ace of Cups and the Three of Voices. In whatever aspect in your life, you're on this roller coaster because you're taking everything personally and responding emotionally to what's going on. And so from that point, from that place, that emotional place, you can never make any good decisions, because when you're elated, you don't make good decisions, and when you're desperate and worried, you don't make good decisions. So you've got to withdraw yourself from it, and it is what it is, and it's always going to be like this, and there's always going to be all kinds of people around, and I don't need to take it personally. Eight of Pentacles, the universe does want to get your wishes fulfilled here. It wants to give you the results of the work that you've put in. And it feels to me like you're on this roller coaster, and so you're not allowing it in. Or aren't seeing the opportunities, holding your energy back. So you're pushing it away. And it's so frustrating when we're in this position of pushing it away, because we don't realize that we're doing it. And it's it's about your self-esteem, and how you're feeling about yourself is what's underpinning this. This is tumultuous this week, because emotionally it's tumultuous. Look at all of this. It's so, yeah, because the universe it's not trying to punish you. It's trying to show you what it is that you're doing to yourself, so that you can change it. And it's all about your perspective, changing your perspective on it. So you're holding yourself back from those rewards at the moment. You know that you deserve the rewards, right? But you're holding yourself back from it. Past, present, and future. Because of what you've experienced in the past. Now, the present can be different. And like I said, the future can be different, because I'm picking up that a lot of you are in a big transition at the moment. Something big is about to change. And when you make that change, like I said before, you can change a lot of other things. You can change your lifestyle. You can change your habits. You can change your point of view. And when you go through a big transition like that, is the time to do it. It's so much easier to do that, to start letting things in, so that you can have this fool's journey, this new journey, like a whole new set of things. So it's not round and round in circles. Immortality, never dies, never ending treadmill that you're on. Same experiences over and over again, even though you think you're doing the right thing. You think you're doing the right thing. The Fool, tell us why the Fool's here. What is this new journey for Aquarius, this new beginning? A new beginning for Aquarius. Looking after yourself is what I just heard. Looking after yourself much more, emotionally and physically as well. Seven of Materials, planting those seeds, letting them grow in time. It's not the instant win thing. It's not the hitting rock bottom and then having to save yourself, and then, it's not that instability. This is planting seeds, letting them grow, nurturing them. It's a slow and steady path. So you're going to get on a slow and steady path of you taking charge of something now, Aquarius, and working towards something. That's going to make you feel really good. And you need to have that emotional stability about yourself in order to do that. Aquarius, I think you're growing up, especially in your home life as well. Like I said, some of you are changing location or changing homes, and it's the ideal time to do that, to really get working towards something now for yourself, Aquarius, by yourself as well, is what I just heard here. What's going on in your love life? You've got a soulmate here. Someone special coming into your life, or that has come into your life recently, Aquarius. Yes, this is your soulmate, it says. Now, for some of you, it's you. You need to go and look in a mirror. It's you. You're the one that you've been waiting for. You're your knight in shining armor. You're the one that's going to sort things out for yourself. And then eventually, when you're doing that and you get to that Nine of Pentacles energy, which seems to be what this reading is pointing you to, be the Nine of Pentacles energy, doing things by yourself, making your own fulfillment, your wishes come true, that slow and steady path to it, then you're being your own soulmate. Yeah. And then you attract in someone that will do the same thing for you too. Healthy people want to be with healthy people. Healthy people, functional people, self-loving people that are building things for themselves. They want to be with someone that's just like that. Emotions are running high. I think so this week, Aquarius. It could feel very confrontational to you this week because it could seem like everything's going wrong. We don't have the tower out here either, Aquarius. It's not. You need to take a step back this week and realize that everything that's being shown to you, especially the emotional stuff, is showing you what needs to change. So be more like an investigator this week. Have that kind of approach to it. Don't get caught up in the emotions, but have that meditative kind of take a step back and go, okay, yes, this feeling is familiar. I'm going through this again. This is part of the pattern that Claire was talking about. That doesn't feel good. It feels like the heartbreak. It doesn't feel like the Ace of Cups. When have I felt this before? What has happened then? What am I reacting to here? Um, get the guidance from it, because that's what our emotions are about. It's about guidance. If you've got any negative emotions coming up, it means change needs to happen here. That's why I was getting that whole, you need to realize, you need to fully feel your emotions, because you need to realize if you're actually feeling resentment or anger, but you're making that wrong and pushing it down, then you're never getting the guidance from that. Emotions are running high, but you really need to pay attention. Pay great attention this week, to what's going on inside of you. It's the keys to what you can change. And vision here. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. And it is just. Like I said, this energy is like, I keep on doing the right thing, but I'm not getting the benefits from it. Well, that means that you're fooling yourself. And it's not that the universe isn't just, it's that you're not seeing that what you're doing is not in integrity, or it's not clean. It's not as clean as you think. It's not you're ignoring the negative emotions in this. You're not getting the full guidance there. You're reacting to things. It's not as giving and loving as you think it is. It might be enabling or something like that. It might be a martyrdom thing. You think you're doing the right thing, the noble one here, but it's actually martyrdom, which isn't good energy, right? Yeah. Okay, I've said enough about that. What else about your love life? You got twin flames that wanted to come out too. You got not today. It's not yet. Okay, I was kind of getting that with the soulmate. So you need to deal with the hurt first and this pain, not necessarily from past relationships, but the anger. You've got negative feelings inside of yourself that need to be felt and addressed so that you make the changes in your life. And then you're going to attract this soulmate, this twin flame in not today, because there's stuff that you need to do to get in integrity and into that really functional place of feeling amazing like this all the time. Well, you're not. No, I've just got corrected there. You're not going to feel amazing all the time. I don't feel amazing all the time, but I feel so much better consistently than I ever did. There's always going to be the rough and the smooth, right? There's always going to be challenges, otherwise we'd never grow. So you're not going to feel good all the time, but your emotional reactions can be more consistent with reality and what is actually in front of you, instead of tripping out of the shoulds, coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all of this stuff that really hinders our progress. So it is kind of an energy of get real, but realize that your emotions have been a little bit dishonest. Time machine. So you're gonna have to look back when these things come up. This emotion's running high, and you're actually feeling them, and you being honest about it. You might need to like be really honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I have felt this before, and even though I've pretended that I wasn't feeling it, I have felt this before. What changes do I need to make? Go back in time, time machine. You can't change it in the past, but what you can do is remember back and go, well, I didn't face it then, but I can remember it. And I was in denial then, but I don't need to be in denial now about it. Divine Matrix 44. Universe is on your side here and it's helping you to uncover this, to figure this out. Like I said, be a private investigator within yourself and your life and your patterns and your emotions, especially this week. What do you need to tap into within yourself? Striving and work. Interesting. So you could be striving. For some of you, I'm picking up really strongly. You're about to start a new job, or you're headed to a new location where you're going to start a new job. There's a lot of change coming up for Aquarius. And striving, that striving energy, that's coming from that lack point of view, that roller coaster that I was talking about when you're on the dips there and you're reacting to it emotionally as like a victimhood stance of I deserve more than this, but it's not a worthiness. It's not coming from a place of worthiness. It's like a place of complaining about it. I deserve more than this. That striving energy. It's not good. When we get ourselves in an emotional keel, I was telling you that story about when my partner at the time told me, you're just all over the place emotionally about your business, and you can't be like that in business. I'm like, oh yeah, I hadn't realized. Thanks for pointing that out, mister. And so when I grew up, I kind of grew up in that instant, like, oh God, you're right. You know what? You're right. I grew up in that instant, and then I kind of looked at myself and thought, well, there you go. So I stopped doing it. I picked myself up each time I wanted to get into that emotional reactivity again of what was going on. And when I just realized it's like, well, that's business, that's life, kept myself at the even keel. I could make really good decisions about my business then. I wasn't, being thrown all over the place back and forth by my emotions. And I feel like this is what you're doing here. Getting out of this striving so that your work can have an even keel. That's that seven of materials, planting seeds and working toward it. So doing something for yourself. Really, there's a lot. You've got great change coming in here, and I think it's going to be a tricky emotional week, but the clues are there for you. So be that investigator, the private investigator your life. That's your energies this week, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Don't forget to check out your other video readings on here as well to get that full picture. Click like down there. It really helps my channel out. Leave a comment as well. Let me know what's going on. Am I right about this change that's coming in for you? It feels like it to me. And while you're down there, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that and clicking that notification bell to hear about when I'm live as well. When I go live in my Psychic Cafe show, would love to see you in there. Have the best week ever, Aquarius. I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update.